You're new in the neighborhood, aren't you?
Yes, that's right. The name's Francis.
Friend or foe?
Friend. A friend forever.
A friend who fell, suddenly out of the sky.
Well, not exactly. Only through the skylight, not from the sky. I was escaping from lunatics from the Claudandus sect. They objected to me watching their ceremony.
That sounds typical of them. Has it gotten light outside yet?
Yes, but surely you can see that for you. Oh, you're blind.
I'm not blind.
Then what?
I just can't see.
Do you ever go out?
No. Though not a day of my life goes by, not one day that I haven't wished I could see this world, evil and cruel though it is.
I'm sorry.
Why? There are much worse things, Francis. We can get used to anything. Except having to live in a dog kennel, possibly.
But listen, have you always...
Being blind? Yes, from birth. But you know what? I see pictures in my mind.
What kind of pictures?
I see these people grouped around me, and they're so big, tall, and somehow bright. One of them bends over me. He smiles, and then he has something that glistens in his hand, then terrible pain. Then I fall asleep.
I don't think you were blind from birth. I'd say that some human has done something terrible to you.
But that can't be. The human race is the kindest there is. Who else would give a useless thing like me a home?
Can I change the subject and ask you a question?
Felicity.
Have you heard anything you'd describe as unusual in the last few weeks?
Only the death cries.
This means you're the first witness I've found to the killings.
I don't see why you're so interested in this.
Felicity, we're talking about murder.
Murder? Oh, I'm sure you're wrong. I think it's more likely that it's sex that's just gone too far.
And why do you think that?
The death cries, always uttered by tomcats. I could tell by their growls they were excited. Somebody they knew is suddenly there. And although they're excited, they don't attack him.
And did this someone speak to our excited, expectant brothers?
Yes. I'm sorry I couldn't hear what he was saying to them, but his tone of voice, there was a sense of urgency in his tone, a persuasive conviction. He was trying to tell them something of great importance.
What, though? So, what then?
And then I'd hear those awful cries.
You know anything about the Claudandus sect?
Not much, only that they pray to a dead martyr called Claudandus, a brother, who lived round here many years ago and was tortured by men all his life, tormented horribly.
How do you know that?
Why did you run off? The brothers just wanted to talk.
I'll bet they did with 300 volts loosening my tongue, right? I'll be back soon. Real soon. But right now, I've got to get something straight with my friend. You were happy enough when I got involved in investigating the murders on the block, and then you go and withhold really important information.
The sect don't mean much. All the mumbo-jumbo.
I'm sorry?
Shit, the sect's harmless. A cheap thrill or two just to see who's chicken and who ain't. It's all bullshit anyway.
Well, that's not what I'd call it.
The sect's been going for quite a while. Joker teaches the gospel of Claudandus as its high priest, and over the years the blowhards attracted quite a following. That's all.
Joker? I take it Joker's that master of ceremonies with the charm of a viper.
That's right, but I can promise you it's harmless, Francis. No one knows who Claudandus really was or if he even really existed. Can we eat now?
Yes, of course, Bluebeard. Then maybe we can meet this genius you've told me about.
Well, as humans go, your can opener's a remarkably good cook. Absolutely A1.
I looked in Gus's dictionary. Claudandus is a Latin word meaning he who should or must be sealed. What do you think that means?
Let me put the old thinking cap on.
Oh, you do think, do you?
I think nonstop. Surprises you, eh? I even read a book once. Bluebeard was here.
Very impressive. Uh-huh. Have we come to the house of an art collector? Or a pimp?
Your guess is as good as mine. I believe the can opener who owns this joint has some sort of job as a scientist, or was it a parapsychologist? I don't know. What's the difference? What? Oh.
Delighted to see you, my friends. I hope you enjoyed your tour of the house. Well, aren't you going to...
This know-all. This brother here is Francis. And this even cleverer brother is Pascal.
Francis. Francis. I'm glad to meet you. I think we'll get along fine, Francis. Can I offer you both something to eat?
Thanks. We've eaten already, Pascal.
Shut up, will you, asshole? Personally, I can handle an extra little mouthful or two.
Well, you know where the kitchen is. You'll find some kidneys in a dish.
To tell the truth, I never thought I'd see one of us sitting at a computer and actually knowing how to use it.
I'm trying in my feeble way to use the computer to get on the track of the murderer you're out to find. Do you know the meaning of this word? Felidae?
Could it be a scientific name for all our family divisions? Cats, as they're usually called?
Felidae. Evolution has created an astounding number of various creatures. Not one, however, deserves the respect and wonder the genus Felidae has earned.
Wow, what have you compiled on this list?
Those of us who live in the neighborhood. Name, age, sex, breed, markings. I almost forgot I need to enter you now as well.
Incredible.
Yes, it is. Even better if it could help us to solve a murder.
Did you know that all of the dead brothers...
Yes.
Huh?
They were all on the prowl after some female in heat.
I have an idea.
Yes?
Find out what breed they were. That may lead us to a new tie-up.
Simple enough. Well, none of them were particularly aristocratic examples of Felidae.
But all the same race. So they weren't just excited and male, they were all European shorthairs.
No, not true. I haven't yet added the sixth victim to the list.
There's been another? Felicity!
Yes. Felicity, I'm afraid.
Pascal, no, that can't be true. I just left her an hour ago.
Agatha informed me just before you and Bluebeard arrived.